Oh, wow. A lot of reasons why I chose Cornell. So for me, it was a twofold decision. One is that I wanted really incredible cardiology training, both clinically and also the opportunity to do research. But also, there was a whole social situation with my wife, and we wanted to find a place that would help both of us grow in our careers. So, to the first point, I knew one of the third year fellows from residency, and he kept going on and on and on about the clinical training and how supported he felt, and how he really felt that it was, the best clinical training out there. And that was a big draw to me because I knew no matter what, I needed the solid clinical training. And then when I talked to him, we had very similar research interests, and he talked about some of the incredible mentors across all of the different fields. It wasn't just that there was one person who could help him, there were people who were willing to help him from different areas within cardiology to help him grow his research, and that really appealed to me. And the other thing that I didn't realize is it's a relatively small program, but huge volume, so there is a lot to do, and there's no shortage of procedures or echoes to read or nuclear scans to read to really get your numbers and really learn a ton.
So I chose Cornell, given the opportunity to train in a program that is rigorous in nature with exposure to a wide variety of patient presentations within cardiovascular disease, high acuity, and I think also something that struck me on interview day was just the collegiality of the fellowship program, the accessibility of attendings, opportunities for research, and I think also for those of us who are interested in subspecialties, the 2+2 program as well I thought was also very appealing. So I think those are the primary reasons, and I've really enjoyed my experience thus far.
So I decided to stay at Cornell for cardiology because I had experienced the department myself when I was a resident here, and I could tell, really firsthand how well the fellows and the faculty work together, and how much of a focus there was on education. So whether it's on really busy services like the consult service that I got to experience as a resident, I could tell even on the really busy days, there was always a focus on learning. And so I definitely wanted to be at a place that really embodied that, which I felt Cornell had.
I think the mark of a good fellowship program, and I think this is true of residency as well, is that it's having a group of people that you work well with when you're on service, when you're on call, but also when we're all together for conference or when we're just all in the same workroom. I think we have a really good group of fellows. So some of the current second years I remember talking to during the interview dinner, and in fact I've talked to them about that during the first month when I was actually on call with some of the same folks. So really I think that the people here impressed me.
And I realize now that I'm here that I really enjoy my co-fellows. And that we have a great group of first-year fellows that I could really trust and depend on, and that was one of the most important things for me when looking for a program, in that we had a supportive culture and a reliable culture.
Working with faculty has been great. Mentorship has been really good as well. It's been great to work on research projects kind of with a wide variety of people, both in doing EKG work, doing work with large databases, doing work with ACO data.
I've got 5 incredible friends as co-fellows, and the year above and now the year below have been super supportive. And even, the friend who kept trying to convince me Cornell was the place to come, he's the first year attending and still incredibly supportive. And everybody here, from your co-fellows day one up to, the leadership and the head of the department, all incredibly supportive.
So I do think that there are a lot of attendings within Cornell who focus on very different aspects of cardiology. And so, even if you were interested in a particular niche topic, there are people who are interested in it, whether, for instance, it's, the extremes of hyperlipidemia, we have people that are interested in that. Whether it's the oncologic kind of interaction with cardiology, you see a ton of that because we're obviously affiliated and work closely with Memorial Sloan Kettering and their patient population. So you can certainly find mentors who are interested in that particular field.
I think just going to the interviews with an open mind, asking all the questions you can, interacting with the fellows in the best way possible, and just getting a sense of what feels right. I think you have an instinctive feeling when you have a good match with a program. And then having a sense of your own career interests and getting a sense of what resources and mentors will you be able to connect with at a given program. I think that will give you an intuition for whether or not that's the right place for you, and I can certainly say that's been the case for me so far.
Enjoy the process. It's a little different with COVID, but enjoy the process, enjoy the end of residency, have some fun, and just pick a place that takes a tough job. Fellowship is tough, but find one that's going to fit with you and your lifestyle needs, and that's going to take a tough job and make it a little easier rather than a little harder, because cardiology training is hard no matter where you go. But if you find a place like Cornell that's incredibly supportive, it's going to take that hard job and make it a really enjoyable process, and you'll come out an incredible cardiologist at the end.